All right, everyone, welcome back to the Theta Communications YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the auto router that Theta is building and compounding on some of the topics we spoke about in last video. All right, everyone, let us thank our Tfuel stakers as well as our Theta stakers over on ThetaCommunications.com. You all make this content possible. Thank you so much. As well as make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below to boost Theta-related content in the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's head on over to Twitter and let's go to our friend Theta Leviathan and we'll discuss some of the auto routing potential that Theta has going forward. And one of the main things is that right now, Akash, Render, all have Aether have a similar model that follows this structure right here. Now, the ultimate goal, though, is where the hardware is automatically provisioned and auto-routed dynamically to the job through the most efficient path. That is the ideal, and this is what we're really chasing with Theta right now, because this is just Airbnb, like meeting user with seller of hardware. We are trying to move past that, where we have this whole entire network that is able to just automatically provision itself in the most efficient way. And by doing so, makes a super efficient hyper economy, basically. I'm going to use a project that I know very well. This is not financial advice, of course, but they are doing a very similar thing with finance right now, which is TOKEMAK, which is doing auto routing for ETH staking. So what does this do? Basically puts you in a position where it will automatically rebalance your position to the highest yield. So if you're earning 6% here and there's an 8% out there, it'll automatically do a rebalance. And they did, I think last month they did 100 rebalances in a month automatically. So there was no person behind the scenes automatically just pressing a button and saying, okay, we're going to move the funds from here to here to here. It was automatically done based on a set of parameters. And ultimately, that is what we are chasing with Theta right now, is this. So big shout out to Theta Leviathan and everything that he has done. Appreciate him for sure. So let's head on over to another one of his tweets here. We'll use this visual here. As you can see, this is where Theta Edgecloud can plug in and really help with the workload. Can also help with some of the smaller jobs as well too. But auto routing of compute is going to take a huge piece of friction out of the existing business model. And ultimately, that is the goal, right? We're doing that with crypto networks right now with MasterCard versus Visa, right? Those people that have been the friction or the gatekeepers no longer have a reason to exist. So by putting and pushing these new auto routers into place, you can start to take away some of the moat that they've had for so many years. Now, one big difference between things like TOKEMAK and other DeFi projects and what Theta is doing with auto routing is that if there is not a strong enough moat around the business model, then the layer of friction gets abstracted away just based on liquidity and deepness of capital, basically. So in terms of Theta's patents and other things, as people have said, with the edge nodes being sort of like a black box, those things are moats, and those things protect and preserve the integrity of the Theta network itself. The ability for code to be fully open and open source to everyone is a huge challenge of progression for token projects, because by making it fully open, you lose a lot of that moat. A good example is GMX here, right? GMX set up a good token structure, but it was easily replicable, and you have TVL of the funding model of GLP and GM pools at 617 million. But then Jupiter comes on the scene and they have 1.6 billion locked up in their pools here. So if the model is replicable and the code is open, then you are going to end up in a situation where liquidity begets liquidity, and if there's a good amount of users, it's going to be overtaken by the protocol that has the massive amount of users. So in Theta's case, the patents give them a moat, and then Google or other large conglomerates can't just come in, steal code, and maneuver as they please, right? So with hardware as well too, hardware is a lot harder to maneuver than capital is, and that's one of the challenges of DeFi, is that capital is going to move to where the highest yield is, and because of that, it takes away some of the moat that some of these protocols have over the long term. In the short term, they're going to do amazing, but the long time horizon, a lot of these value props are going to get maneuvered through centralized channels, right? So whether that's Robinhood, whether that's other players within the space, it makes it a lot harder to play the long game. So I think Theta's built a great base with the structure that they are trying to do. The hardware elements, the GPU elements, the cost of GPU, and then funneling that all through with a auto router basically is going to be huge. So hopefully this video has found you well. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you have a good rest of your day. As always, look forward to seeing you on Tfuel Island. Take care. Bye-bye.